Right, so for today's video, we're going to be talking about a topic that when scrolling through TikTok, to find what I was going to talk about for today's video, this was like the main thing I kept seeing. I would just be scrolling and it felt like every other video was just someone talking about this situation, and I didn't really know much about it, so I decided to look into it, and yeah, it's a bit of a unique one. But let's add some context to this situation. So the main person you'd be aware of is this TikToker right here called Mele Young, I believe it's pronounced, has 500,000 followers, and I'm not really sure how to describe May's content. It is kind of like showing how rich she is. Throughout May's videos, you can see in the comment section, a lot of people are kind of wondering how she has so much money because like I said, a lot of these videos are talking about how much money she has. And that was always kind of a mystery. But either way, I'll show you some examples of some videos that she's done. So there's this one here that says, how much my friends and I spent in one night out in LIV Miami.
How much my friends and I spent in one night out in Miami at Live. So starting off, we got...
Oh, Live. Sorry, yeah. You can see I don't fall under the same tax bracket.
So starting off, we got one bottle of Dom for $1,900. Got 4 bottles of Ace of Spade champagne for $7,000. 45 six-pack waters for $2,319.37. Okay, either I lost my mind that night, or the bottle sort of messed up, or we probably ordered that much and ended up giving out like a lot of it to like GA and stuff. And then we got a big box.
Okay, right, you get the point, right? It's a lot of money. The total being $27,250 on this one night out in Miami. Here's another video that says, let's calculate together how much I spent in March. So this is her spending in 1 month, and as you can probably imagine, it's a lot.
I'm currently waiting for my friend, but she's running late, so let's figure out together how much I spent in March. Starting off, my mortgage is $8,900.
What?
The way fee is $1,368. My Wi-Fi is $99.99. Our garage is going to be $359.
Okay, again, lists off a lot of things. Let's see what the total is here. $243,538 in 1 month. So you can see why people are like asking questions as to like, how do you have this much money? And I guess from May's videos, it always seems like it's just from her parents. There's this video here saying your parents pay for everything in quotations, and then it's like some audio in the background.
Thank God.
So yeah, it just says, thank God, right? And the caption of this video actually says, yes, and they're my parents. Also starting to think this audio was made for me. And when we get to May's response to all the drama a little bit later on, it seems like, yeah, it is coming from her parents. That's what the story is here. It's also clear that May has other siblings, so I mean, the fact that one of the siblings is spending 200 grand in a month, clearly the parents are absolutely loaded. Now, you might be wondering, why is this drama? Why are we talking about this today? And that's what we're going to get into now. Because recently, a lot of people have been trying to call out May, saying that she is faking her lifestyle. There's a video here from a TikTok account called Viral News Topics. I've recently uploaded a video out this that's currently on 6 million views, 5.7 mil.
People do some digging and realize she's been faking everything. Her name is Mele Young, and she claims to live in a penthouse, spends insane amount of money every month while flying first class, riding around in Rolls Royces and other luxury cars, and never forgets to flex her massive designer handbag collection in every video. But here's the thing, none of it is real.
Now, before we get into the story that's going around and how this is fake, I do want to clarify, I don't know if this is fake. Obviously, right? We're gonna go through some of the details here, some that are like the public details that were already public, and I say that because there has been a lot of videos, maybe not specifically this video, but there has been a lot of videos from people where they have definitely dug into it a bit too much. I personally wouldn't. I just mainly want to show the public stuff that people have been saying, and then also show May's response, because yes, she has responded to all of this a little bit later on.
She's been stealing her rich friends' Instagram pics and passing them off as her own to fake the luxury life. Not to mention those designer bags, not hers, she films in her friend's closet and uses it to stage content.
Okay, so you can see what people are saying here is that May is using her friend's pictures, her friend who does go on these trips, and they know this because May has uploaded pictures where like there is a woman in the picture at like a very nice location, but their back is kind of always turned to the camera. And then I guess people looked at May's following on Instagram and realized that it was actually like her friend's pictures. One account on TikTok that has made a lot of videos about this is this one right here called user C7QVSI6EDX. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? And they've shown some of these pictures side by side, right? So this is May's picture here. You can see what was, I guess, supposed to be May at this like very nice location, and then one of May's friends called Irene uploaded the same picture a few months beforehand, and I guess this is Irene, right? Because she also uploads other pictures where you can see her face. Another example is this one that May uploaded. You can see someone in like this snowy location. And then on Irene's account, she has a picture showing this location wearing the same outfit, except you can see her face. And then finally, there's a picture here on Irene's Instagram account that is also being posted to Mei's Instagram account. And by the looks of it, Mei was trying to pass these pictures off as if it was her. Like, people would comment on these saying stuff like, genuinely asking, why don't you ever face the camera? Seems sketchy. To which Mei says, can I not post what I want? I enjoy the aesthetic of certain pics where my face isn't in it. My face is literally on camera every day when I film. People would also comment stuff like this, saying, was expecting the most luxurious Airbnb in Aspen, or lol, we need an Airbnb tour. To which Mei said, I already left. The Aspen Airbnb they're referencing is from this picture. As you can see, the location is set as Aspen, but obviously what people are saying here is that Mei wasn't even on this trip. Now, this closet that Mei films in front, as we can see, like, a lot of her videos, the vast majority of her videos are filmed in front of this closet with a bunch of designer, like, shoes and bags. And then again, people looked at Irene's Instagram account and saw she had a picture of her closet, which obviously looks very similar. I mean, it looks like it's the exact same closet. And again, Mei responds to these specific claims later on, so we will get to that. Another thing that people would bring up is that Mei's sister Jenna also has a TikTok account. It's called It's Time to Eat, and as we can see here, there's a lot of like cooking videos. And looking at these videos, it doesn't seem like Jenna maybe lives the same lifestyle as Mei in terms of like spending like 200 grand a month. And again, we'll get to Mei's response specifically towards this a little bit later on, but long story short, she basically says that Jenna doesn't want to take money off their parents, and that's why she lives a different lifestyle, because she pays for stuff herself. And again, like I said, there's a lot more stuff that kind of came out about this, but it did feel a bit too much to me. Like, there was a lot of people looking into a lot of personal details that I don't really want to mention on this channel or show, right? But people dive very deep into this, like looking at what her parents' jobs were to find out that it doesn't seem like they maybe could afford to have their daughter spending 200 grand a month. I think it's fair to say, when these details were revealed and people started saying, like, you are faking your content, a lot of people weren't very happy to hear that. I mean, if we go to Mei's most recent video, the comments just filled with people talking about this. Like, the top comment here literally says, girl, why are they calling you Anna Delvey? Girl, they said you're broke. Oh my god. Whose car are you in? Someone said it's Rolls-Royce seat covers. Yeah, because in a lot of these videos as well, she is sat in this car, and as you can see, like, the Rolls-Royce logo at the back. They're on here saying you faking your whole life. Yes, our DH Gate queen. Like, clearly, a lot of people are running with this, and a lot of people believe that it is fake. And it's kind of sparked some mixed reactions, right? Like, a lot of people I've seen not happy about this. They feel like they've been lied to because they really like Mei's content. Then on the other hand, there's a lot of people who are more just like impressed that she managed to keep the story going this long, if it is fake. And Mei was replying to comments at first before she went live and did like a full response. I mean, as we can see here, there's a comment saying, girl, I'm a bit confused, now I can't lie. To which Mei says, nothing to be confused about, I'm poor, hope this helps. Mei, when are you going to address the one account? Nothing to address, I'm poor and living a Delulu lifestyle. So she's kind of making some jokes about it. But like I said, there was some people that weren't very happy about this, right? There's an account here called Taylor Spam, and she uploaded a video with a caption that says, I knew Mele Young was a scammer the second I never see her get out of that damn closet. There was also another account here from a user called Morgan Samuel who spoke about this, and it also shows like a time when Mei replied to one of her comments saying like, oh, is it $100,000? And then Mei replies being like, well, it's not going to be $100.
Mei Young has been lying about being as rich as she is? If this ends up being true, I swear. Because I feel like she low-key was shading me when I comment this on her video. Is anybody real on TikTok nowadays?
But like I mentioned before, there's a lot of people that were more just impressed with Mei being able to keep the story going if it is fake. Like, there's a user here called Raf, 12,500 followers, who uploaded this video right here. You can see the caption actually says, you guys would have caught me within 4 hours, I respect the game.
She really did fake it? How did she keep it on the wraps for so long, right? I honestly respect the game, though. I respect the game. It's hilarious. And honestly, I can't even hate on it. Like, if you're hating on this, that's weird. You just... Game is game. Game is game. She honestly needs to be in a movie. She needs to be an actress, because the way she played that rich girl role was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm going to assume her best friend, who was actually rich, was helping her out, you know, and telling her what she should be saying and not be saying to play a rich girl. You guys would have caught me on day 2 after I mispronounced, you know, is it Givenchy or Givenchy? I don't know.
And then again, there's another user here called Smashly Boyd with about 100,000 followers who also thinks this is pretty impressive, or iconic, as she says.
But if she's been faking being rich this entire time, truly iconic. Truly iconic behavior. And like, the streets are saying that she's not the rich one, that it's her friend and roommate, like Irene or something. That like the closet full of designer items that she sits in or like shows off are really her friends, because her friend is rich, and that like whenever like her friend Like, she's using her friend's faceless vacation photos and passing them off as her own, which, like, love that for her.
So yeah, like I said, very mixed reactions, right? Now let's get to Mei's response to all of this, right? And it was on a live stream, so I didn't get a catch up while it was live. But there is an account here that has re-uploaded these clips called F5 Live Clips. And as you can see, there's 4 videos on the account, all showing this live stream. You can see they've got hundreds of thousands of views each. And I guess people were very curious to see if the response was going to be like, haha, got ya, or if it was going to be like, no, I'm not lying. And she might not be, she might be, again, I don't know. Obviously, I think the one thing that is for sure is that she was using, like, her friend's Instagram pictures, right? And I guess claiming that it was her. I guess that maybe doesn't mean that Mei's not rich. She might be very rich, who knows? And in fact, Mei's kind of first response to all of this is showing her credit card statements.
I went out 3 nights for my birthday, like, oh, here. Look at my credit card statements. 60K, 52K, almost 53K, like.
So I do just find it funny, like, having to respond to people saying, like, you're not rich, and you'd be like, hey, fucking my credit card statements, alright? 60K. That's a lot, isn't it? Mei then goes on to show her Amex account. A lot of people are saying that it looks like she is just going on, like, her camera roll and showing screenshots, because I guess she, like, looks like she actually clicked some things, and maybe some things, like, swipe down, but I don't have an Amex account, so I don't really know how the app works, but you can make a judgment for yourself.
This is crazy. I could even log on right now and show you guys. Ready? Like, I'm gonna log on my Amex. Look, I still have $47,000 to pay off. Oops. I still have $40,000 to pay off. Ah. Oh.
I don't think you have to put anything.
And then still have $15,000 I have to pay off here, and then where is the payment I did? And yeah, like, oops, I paid off what was due. Oh shoot. I'm trying not to show my personal info too. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, here.
Yeah, so you get the point, right? She's showing her Amex account to show that she is rich. And I do think, judging from this, again, I can't say for certain, right? I don't know exactly what's happened here, but I will say, like, there is maybe a chance that she's just, like, over-exaggerated some stuff. Like, the $200,000 a month is ridiculous. Like, even for someone who is rich, $200K a month is a lot. But there is obviously a possibility that she is well off, and she does have these designer bags and whatnot, and she does go on these nice trips away, but decides to over-exaggerate it for TikTok. That is obviously very possible. I guess people's main response to that would be kind of, like, talking about her siblings, so her brothers in the live stream here, her sister we mentioned earlier. They don't seem to live the same lifestyle, and Mei does respond to that.
I don't know, they're asking about Jenna.
Asking about Jenna?
Oh,
yeah.
I'll explain Jenna. Jenna is like, how do you say it? She's trying to, like, do her own thing. She doesn't want to try to use.
Are very grown out too. I'm sorry.
She doesn't want to use my parents' money. She's like, just, I don't know. She's trying to make it on her own. And I think you guys hate on Mei for, like, trying to live this lifestyle, and then when another sibling lives a certain lifestyle, now they're saying she lives that way. It's just some people, I don't know. They grow up different, I think.
I choose to live this way. My brother chooses to live very humbly. We were both at Ultra, by the way, and he chose to go down to GA. Like, I had tables, and he was like, I'm gonna go write it out in GA. Like, GA is so much more fun. Like, we're all different people. Like, we're not all gonna come out the same and, like, bougie.
And then finally, Mei responds to, like, her friend Irene having the same pictures. Or I guess she doesn't really talk about the trip specifically with, like, the pictures where her back's turned to the camera, but she talks about, like, the closet picture, for example.
Yes, the closet is on Irene's story because she came over and she's like, can I post this? And I'm like, yeah, go for it. I don't care. She literally borrows my clothes. She literally took an entire suitcase, check-in suitcase to go, because she was like, can I borrow clothes for Denver? And I was like, yeah. She packed up a lot of my stuff. She like borrowed my shoes. I don't even know where those shoes are. And she wore it, and I was like, yeah, go for it. Like, I'm not a selfish person. Like, I don't care. Yes, everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, DHK, like, it's insane.
And yeah, that's kind of the response. It's very clear to see that Mei is still kind of holding on to the fact that she is rich and the content that she's been posting is authentic, which, again, I'm not sure. It's hard for me to say, right? I don't know Mei personally, so I guess we won't really know until, like, very concrete information comes out, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, who knows. But yeah, I did just find this whole situation pretty amusing, because, like, a rich person who makes content talking about being rich, right, spending, like, a ridiculous amount of money, that is the vast majority of the content, And then she starts getting called out, and we see TikTokers getting called out all the time, but we don't usually see people getting called out for not being rich and then having to make a response video being like, look at my bank statement, I am rich, I promise. But either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about everything that we spoke about in today's video. Do you think that Mei is rich or not? I guess that's like the major question throughout all of this. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Also, if you're interested in some other content, me and Emily have a channel together where we play like games and we react to like reality shows. We're reacting to like this murder mystery reality show currently.
You notice there's something left in its mouth. I'm thinking it could be Dawn.
That's steak.
His whole fucking body.
That piece of Wagyu steak.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Dawn.
Why is he perfectly cut?
Why is Dawn so juicy?
Why is he seasoned? We're a few episodes deep into that, so if you're interested in stuff like that, the link's always in the description. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.